While we were driving there, the oil warning lights suddenly came on and we were not sure what to do. I googled quickly and supposedly we should stop driving it immediately, but that's difficult.
You wanna get away, you better get in line. Won't go another day, I'm wasting any time. I've got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time. Got no filter, I got no filter.
Buongiorno, this is Ken and welcome back to my channel, Ken Travels 360. Previously on Andiamo in Campania, we spent the last day at Paestum visiting its famous Greek temples in its archaeological park, as well as the delightful hilltop town Castellabate. The next morning, it's time to leave Paestum and head to the Amalfi Coast. But first, on the way there, we are gonna have a quick 2-hour stop at Salerno to visit it. An hour's drive from Paestum, Salerno is a city that is often bypassed by tourists visiting the Amalfi Coast. However, it's worth a quick visit just to see its Duomo, or its main cathedral. The church is considered the most beautiful medieval church in Italy, and you'll soon see why. The most striking features outside is the campanile with its mullioned windows. The campanile overlooks the beautiful courtyard, which has lots of graceful arches. Inside, the interior has a mostly Baroque design, and while it's quite pretty, you may still wonder why it's worth a stop to come here to see the church. The answer lies in the crypt, which is believed to house the remains of Matthew the Apostle and is decorated with stunning ceiling frescoes. Be prepared to be wowed.
Let's go down to see the tomb of San Matteo.
After finishing the Salerno Cathedral, we had lunch and then we continued our drive to Minori, the town on the Amalfi Coast, where we'll be staying that evening. While we were driving there, the oil warning lights suddenly came on and we were not sure what to do. I googled quickly and supposedly we should stop driving it immediately, but that's difficult. We decided to drive cautiously, and after the longest 30 minutes in our lives, we managed to get to the hotel. When we got to the hotel, I tried calling Avis Napoli to get the car replaced, but because it was Saturday afternoon, that wasn't possible, and the only thing that could be done was to have the car towed away. We decided to let the car rest overnight and see what happens the next day.
The room is really small, but it has a really good view of Minori. Look at that outside. Wow. So after a very hot day with potential car problems, maybe it's time for Aperol Spritz.
It's been quite a day in many respects.
Right, let's have a look around Minori before dinner.
Here's the Amalfi Drive. It was really hairy at times. Here's the beach and the church. And there's the hotel right up there. It was so difficult to get to using the car. So in Minori there is a small attraction. It's the Roman Villa and the Antiquarium.
The Roman Villa is an archaeological ruin from the 1st century. The attraction was free admission, and although it's not like some world-famous must-see site, it's actually very atmospheric in there, and you can take some great photos with the background. After dinner, we walk around Minori a bit again, and we noticed the church and its bell tower were beautifully lit. The next morning, we packed up and we got back to our car. We were not sure what to expect. Amazingly, the oil warning lights didn't come on again. Given that we would drive only around 100 kilometers in total that day, we decided that we would just chance it, as we were supposed to return the car in the afternoon later. We drove the car to nearby Amalfi and we had a look around before it's time for our bus to Ravello. The road to Ravello is extremely narrow and car parking is extremely challenging, so it's better to park the car in Amalfi and take the bus when visiting Ravello.
So this is one of the most beautiful cathedral in Italy, the Amalfi Duomo.
The bus to Ravello is not very frequent, so make sure you find out the schedule. And please buy your bus ticket from a tabaccaria beforehand. They don't sell it on the bus.
Just arrived at Ravello and the view down Amalfi Coast is amazing.
The main attraction in Ravello is the Villa Rufolo, which is situated at the center of the town. It was originally built by a wealthy merchant family in the 13th century, and it was one of the largest and most expensive villas on the Amalfi Coast. In 1851, Sir Francis Neville Reid, a Scottish botanist, visited the villa. At that time, age and neglect has caused the villa and many of the rooms to fall into ruin. Sir Francis, however, fell in love with the Moorish towers and the expansive views, and so decided to purchase the villa and began an extensive renovation of the gardens and the remaining rooms. In 1880, the famous German composer Richard Wagner visited the villa. He was so impressed by what he saw that he famously exclaimed, "I've discovered Klingsor's garden." Wagner, 67 at the time, was so inspired that he stayed in Ravello long enough to write the second act of Parsifal, an opera that he had been working on for 2 decades. Ever since Wagner's visit, the town has become known as La Città della Musica, City of Music. Every summer for the last few decades, Villa Rufolo has been the center of an annual music festival. This is the money shot at Villa Rufolo, with the sea and sky in the background, framed by the umbrella pine trees. The old church of the Annunziata, perched high above the Mediterranean, is an exquisite Romanesque architectural gem, and is one of the most iconic buildings of the Amalfi Coast. If you enjoyed this video, please support the channel by clicking the like button. This way, YouTube will show this video to more audience. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to my channel and click the notifications bell. This way, you'll be notified whenever I have a new video coming out.